So nobody asked for this, but you're getting it. So this is just a video on how I started my horse Loki on the barrel pattern. So yeah, first thing I'm doing right here is checking my cinch. I do not feel like falling off today, so I always check my cinch and we're getting on. So after you get on, you're definitely going to walk your horse out. First thing, always warm up. And then this is just me making sure he's listening and showing him what we're going to be doing today. And right here he rooted his nose, so I'm just going to back him up to fix that. So the first thing I do when I'm starting a horse on the barrel pattern is I just do one barrel, or in my instance, one pole. And I do this warm-up where I make sure he's going to slow down before we go into the turn. So I just do that a few times. And I'm stopping him because I want to make sure he's going to be responsive when I want him to slow down. And stopping just reinforces the slow. So now specifically for Loki, I'm going to speed him up after the turning the pole because he has a hard time coming out of his pocket. And always backing up to reinforce the stop. And then you can see here he tried to speed up when I didn't ask him to. So I brought him back and I just said, hey, I didn't ask you to go, so we're going to reinforce that with a back. And then here he sped up a little, which I do not mind because he, again, does have a tough time coming out of his pocket. And then here I'm doing it from the opposite direction. Personally, I do different directions on different days, but I just wanted to give him something to think about. And then he was doing so well that I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna lope it and see what happens. And then you can see he broke into a trot. So here, I just took him back and did a few circles to collect him. I'm sorry, really wasn't in frame. And then we went back to our stop drill. He really surprised me there with a nice slide. I was not expecting that. And then don't mind this, my clip on my rein was stuck, so. And since I really like that stop, I let him sit there and have a minute and think about it. And then here we went into a forward walk, and I let him trot out of it. And then here I just went back to my stop drill, and here he did this very nice and collected and listened to my leg. And then I did it once more. He did both of these really nice, so I let him stop after it and think about it and just rest for a moment. And then I came over here and had a break for myself in the shade because it is very hot in Florida. Spare you the boring part, and then we just got back to it. And here I decided to go back and try to lope it. He was on the wrong lead and he swatted his head there, so I just went back around and tried again. And then here he did this beautifully on the right lead, everything beautiful. So I just brought him to a stop and we walked out for a minute and then ended on that. I always like to end on a good note. So ending on a good note, I trotted the pole once more and then I got off, loosened his cinch and told him he did great. And then we untack. Give him a treat. And cool him down. And right here you can see him licking his lips. He's loving it. I always make sure I get his legs good. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments and I might make a part 2 or what to do before you start your horse on the pattern.